Just another day in America. They do the same thing every year. It doesn't matter who's president or in charge as long as you keep voting for those two parties. What's up, guys? Someone sent me this in Messenger, and I couldn't find it again today to give them the credit because it's like 55 messages deep, and I can't remember names. Sweet. Plus, there's this douchebag keeps sending me messages in Messenger about how George Floyd's a Mason and I'm a clown for not covering it. So I told him, let's have a live debate today, and you can put me in my place and get all your research out, because he told me that I'm not a researcher and I'm a fat, lazy American. I can look into it for myself. When I asked him to just send me the link to the smoking gun. His smoking gun is George Floyd's a Mason. He did porn. He worked with Derek Chauvin for 17 years. And he's friends with Steven Jackson. So that means it's all been fabricated. Anyway, what does that have to do with this? Nothing. Here's a video from last March. And again, this is not the first one, but this guy knows what he's talking about. Police have been killing people day in and day out. 3 people a day. 3 Americans a day. For years and decades on end. This is nothing new, Drew Garabo. This is nothing new. This is not just a black thing. They are equal opportunity. As a matter of fact, I believe they kill more white people than black people. And yes, they kill more black people per capita. But if you want to use the per capita argument, they kill more Indian people per capita than any other race. So it's all nonsense. If you're using race and you can't have a conversation about politics without using race, you're the racist. I'm sick of racists like Drew Garabo and Monica and Soul Brother Kevin. Everything they talk about is race, and they're just spend their whole day looking to call out people for being racist. Those people are the racists. You're the racist. You can't have a thought in your head without race being involved. It doesn't matter what the race is. It's blue versus us. That's the only color you should worry about. The blue line. Anyway, this dude knows what's going on in this country. He knows what's going on over in Israel. He's obviously a well-informed man, unlike that douchebag in my messenger who's scared to debate. And, oh, by the way, we had the refrigerator repairman came today, and I let him in, and as soon as he looked at me, he goes, "Hey, man, you're that guy that does the videos, aren't you?" And I said, "What videos?" And he's like, "Oh, never mind." I go, "Yeah, that's me, bro. I'm just messing with you." And he's like, "Oh, man, rah, 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 rah." So, yeah, it was cool. I gave him a necklace. Anyway, and then we made love. Just kidding, William. Thanks for being a fan, bro. I appreciate it. So let's get on with this. I'm going to be interrupting. If you don't like it, go watch the original. Whatever. Type in "man goes off on city council Sacramento." Here we go.
I want to start by addressing something you said when you came right back in. You said if we acted in the fashion we did again, this meeting could not go on.
So this is a common problem in city council meetings. They demand a certain respect as if they're a monarchy or some type of sovereign citizen, and they call it decorum. And basically what they consider decorum is any speech or action that they don't like in there. They feel like they can have guys with guns just remove people for speech.
Yet multiple people have been killed by these motherfuckers and stuff on. It has continued to go on. So you care more about decorum in here than you do people who are alive.
That's fact. They care far more about decorum and speech and the truth not getting out in their little city council meetings than they are about American lives. That's a fact.
Shut down meetings over decorum. Stop looking at me like that. You're so immature. But you haven't shut them down over killing people. My journey with Sacramento killing black people began with Joseph Mann, a human being in need of emergency medical attention. He was instead met with the care of Sac PD in the form of "fuck this guy, I'm gonna hit him," Officer Tennis. Last year, Stephon Clark, a human being regardless of accused activities, toxicology reports, or relationship status, was a human being with a Fourth Amendment right, who instead was criminalized due to his race and murdered in a state-sanctioned execution. You can't even look at me, I'm so right.
That's right. And when I used to go to city council meetings and try to get the Patriot Act revealed, that's what all the city council members would do. They would look down. They would look down at stuff and pretend like they couldn't hear me or like I wasn't there.
Last evening, I watched an overfunded and hyper-militarized force, not police, occupational force, agitate protesters, instill fear and panic, and then kettle them in a classic kettle and corral tactic, which, by the way, was started in the open-air prison known as Palestine by Israeli police and taught to our police all over this country.
That's right. Our police are trained by Israeli military. Why would that be? People don't understand the power Israel has in this country. They pretty much run the American government. You can't become a politician and be anti-Israel. If you do, they will fund your opposition to death or spend millions to smear you to death. It's almost impossible to be anti-Israel and get into American politics.
How much we pay to learn that? The underlying factor of all these cases is SAC law enforcement dehumanizes people on our dollars and with your agreement.
And that goes for pretty much every police force around the country, especially any city of any significant populace.
When was the last time you were dehumanized? Because I think it's about time.
It's been about time.
You have shown zero ability to empathize with us. You have shown less ability to care. You are all terrible officials, in my opinion, worse people.
They don't care. Government does not care about you.
To quote Dr. King, a riot is the language of the unheard, and you ain't fucking listening. The last person who spoke before the singer said Anne-Marie Schubert has no soul. To quote Stokely Carmichael, in order for peaceful protest to work, your overseer has to have a conscience. You don't have one. You radicalized 84 people on a bridge last night for no reason. They showed up peacefully and were still arrested. Someone up here with all your education, explain to me why they should be peaceful next time.
Because the education they got is garbage. They have zero common sense and don't live in reality.
What is the onus? What is the impetus? You fucked them up when they were peaceful. You don't get it. You don't listen. You think it's gonna stay like this. And I'm gonna start right here saying, I don't speak for anyone else or any group out here. This city's gonna burn in the next 30 to 60 days if you don't shut up and listen. Shut it
And
down!
good for this guy, man. Real news, fake microphone. Anyway, that was who was that? I don't know. Doesn't matter. So yeah, there you go. There's the truth. That's how it is. They don't listen. They don't care. They pretend everything's fine, just like the police pretend there isn't a police problem in this country. They think they're just going to shrug you off and blow you off and blow you off and blow you off. And if, unfortunately, the 3 Americans murdered by cops a day isn't enough, it had to be something like George Floyd to spark it off. And I hope these protests go on and on and on until qualified immunity is gone, internal affairs are gone, police unions get busted up, and the cops stop enforcing unconstitutional victimless crimes. All right, everyone, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Check out my Etsy store. This guy says I beg for shekels on the internet. Selling a handmade product made out of a precious metal is not begging for shekels, moron. It's called selling a product voluntarily. I'm not forcing anybody to do anything. I'm not begging anybody to do anything. I've never asked for donations, even though I don't make a lot of money from doing this, nor do I make a lot of money in general. I'm just trying to get by to get to retirement and chill out with my old lady. In the meantime, I'm running my mouth and leaving a legacy on this world. I don't want there to go 50 years and say, how come no one said anything? How come nobody said anything? We are saying it. Here we are. Just because you ignore it doesn't mean we didn't say anything. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Check out my Etsy store. Peace and tranquility. Bye.